Hey there, it is Ashley Benz, your childcare business strategizer and mindset mentor. I'm super excited to be here today. But before I jump into anything, I'm going to go ahead and do my testing. And so while I'm doing that, that's going to allow Facebook to be able to grab my audience and all that good stuff. But I don't like to go into a live video and there's some tech issues or something like that. I've been doing these enough now, and I will tell you that when I first got started doing these go live videos, I would come in and just start. I remember one time I did a full go live video. I think I spent 45 minutes, and come to find out I was not even live. And I had to come back in and redo it. So with that being said, I'm going to do my testing. Hey, Lakeisha. Can you let me know, Lakeisha, if you can hear and see me okay and there's no tech issues? And while you're doing that, and I'll wait for that because I know there's a little bit of a delay, I'm going to check on my end just to make sure that we are okay, and then we'll jump right into our topic for today. Okay, so let me do my check, you guys, and then we'll get started here. Your childcare business strategizer. Okay, there I am, and everything looks like it's working okay. Also, so I am using a new camera as well, and so I hope that there is no lag or anything like that, but I know at least on my phone, it looks okay. I will say that this new camera is HD, y'all, so HD shows everything, so y'all are getting me. This is all me. But anyway, super excited to be here. Looks like we have some that are joining. Okay, perfect, Lakeisha. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, you guys. So I'm going to jump right into this topic. I know there's going to be some of you all that are going to be watching the replay, and you are going to maybe come in a little bit later here. I know it's in the later part of the day. And so anyway. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, let me go ahead and do my official introduction. If you are new to Childcare Success Tools, if you're new to the page here, I am at Ashley Benz. I'm a childcare business strategizer and mindset mentor. And basically what I do is I help childcare owners basically inject what I like to call childcare business automation into their childcare programs. So whether you own a family childcare home or you own a center, I help you do those things to basically, what childcare business automation does is that it basically allows you to be in total control of your childcare business by relying on automation, and so that your business basically kind of runs in some ways on autopilot, and it doesn't have to rely solely on you to be there. So you don't have to be what I like to call the bottleneck in your childcare business. And so that's what I do. I also help those that are trying to get started. I help you basically get all that stuff up and running, go through all the licensing and all the red tape and trying to find a location and all that kind of stuff. And then once you get your childcare business up and running, then I help you basically inject all those childcare business automation systems in place. Now, there's actually 5 automation systems that I teach and that I help owners inject into their childcare businesses. And that is accounting and budgeting, marketing and advertising, management and leadership, customer service and program quality, office organization and procedures. And then the very last thing, which is what I am after for everybody that I work with. And for the CST community is work-life balance, y'all. So what qualifies me to do that is that I actually ran, owned, operated, directed my own childcare business. I did a licensed childcare center for 10 years. I started that in 2005. I no longer own that childcare business. We decided to close it down in 2015 after we had our daughter, Nova, she'll be 3 in March, y'all. Oh my goodness, another topic. She is something else. But, and so anyway, for the full story on why I closed my childcare business down and stuff like that, you can hop over to my YouTube channel, and I have a story on all that there. So anyway, I struggled with work-life balance, like hands down. It was hard for me. to really have a good work-life balance. And after I, basically discovered these automation, what I like to call automation pieces that I injected into my childcare business, that's when it like totally everything shifted for me in my childcare business once I injected these systems. And so, now that I don't own my business and my childcare center anymore, what I do is I spend a lot of my days, my time, my energy, everything pouring into the childcare success tools community and helping other owners be able to do what I was able to do. So that is my passion. That is what I love to do. That is just, it's nothing like getting up in the morning and being able to help you guys be able to have a great work-life balance, be able to ensure you have quality in your programs, but not only a quality in your programs, but a quality in your life. And that's what's missing in this industry. And I am here to change that. So with that being said, hi, Rashawn, and who else is joining? Okay, Rashawn, she says, do you plan to reopen a new center? I know that question happens, or I get asked that a lot. And actually, I don't think so. I think that I feel like God wants me to be here. And, to be quite honest with you, Rashawn, I'm the kind of person that when I put my all in something, or when I'm doing anything, I have to put really 110%. Like I put my all into it. And I just feel that if I was to reopen a center, I would be divided. You know what I'm saying? Like, the center would be able to run, it would be on autopilot. However, I would be divided. And so, what I do, especially with my coaching programs, is I work one-on-one with people. And for me to do that, they need my undivided attention. And I want to give that to people. And so I just feel like that that chapter of my life is over. And God has placed me here. I feel like this is where he wants me to be at. And so basically, with that being said, if he leads me somewhere else, I will follow. But right now, this is where I'm at. I'm here to help you be able to have the daycare business that you desire. So, all right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into our topic today. And be sure, you guys, I want to invite you to share, like, and love this video, okay? If you're watching from YouTube, I would love to welcome my YouTube subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, if you just stumbled upon my channel and you're watching, be sure that you do like and subscribe to this channel. Now, I will let you know you are watching the replay of the Facebook Live video, but nonetheless, be sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Be sure that you subscribe. And when you subscribe, be sure that you hit that. There's a little bitty bell somewhere when you subscribe so that you can get notifications of my weekly uploads. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to jump right into today's topic. And okay, the title of today's Go Live video is How to Conquer Your To-Do List and Ensure You Reach Your 2018 Goals. Okay. So if most people, at least what I've been hearing and seeing and all that good stuff. By the way, y'all, I'm in my office and we are reconstructing. So just excuse the mess in the background. I know I usually have my little pictures up and all that, but a lot of stuff going on in the CST office, y'all, for real. So, like I said, how to conquer your to-do list and ensure that you reach your 2018 goals. So right now, what's happening with a lot of people and what I'm seeing is that people still don't feel confident. Even, we're going into the middle of January, and a lot of people still don't feel confident in their plans. They still feel kind of like how they did last year. They know they want to go somewhere. They have this vision. They're working on things, but like to really have a full confidence that says, oh, I know by June, July, this is happening. A lot of people are still struggling with that. So I thought I would want to come in and really talk about this topic. And one of the things that you guys know that have been following me, is that I don't really do New Year's resolutions. Here's what I do. I just say, this is what I want this year. And then I just go after it. That's it. I don't need any New Year's resolutions. If you want to do that, that's great. Everybody, you do what you need to do for you. But for me, I don't really get into that. I just say, this is what I want this year. And then I just start working to go after it, right? So with that being said, just to kind of give you a little bit of a background, personal story of some things that's been happening behind the scenes with CST, in my personal life in the last 2 months, it's been crazy. So we went on vacation last month to go see my in-laws in Tampa, Florida. That's where my husband's family's from. We, got in the car, we left. When we got there, my 2-year-old got sick. We had to take her to the urgent care down there. And let me just say this, that was the first time that has ever happened to us. I mean, she's only 2, but just to be out of state for your child to be sick, okay? And it was a really bad sinus infection, y'all. But when I say bad, it was bad. She was running a fever. I mean, you name it. But to be out of town, away from home, and then having to take your child to, some urgent care, you can't really get to their pediatrician. Y'all, as a mom, I was crushed. I was breaking down. So we went through, we did all that. And then we actually got up at 12 o'clock Friday night or that morning. I was like, Victor, we got to go. We just have to leave. I need to get her home, close to her doctors and all that stuff. So anyway, so we drove a 12, 13, 14, 15-hour drive with a baby in the car sick. I'm telling you, it was bad. And then when we got here, then I got it. So then I got the really bad sinus infection. So all of December, for us, we were just sick, right? So then January comes, and I basically, my plan, I plan yearly. However, I recently just hired a coach myself, a new coach, and I've been working with a coach myself. And so now, there's this whole new thing shifting for my business and things like that, some things that she needed me to do. And so with that being said, we were sick, the holidays came, I jumped right back into January, right? And so, I have been all over the place myself, just trying to recoup, from the sickness. Then on top of that, y'all, my office, my CST behind the scenes office, y'all, it's shut down. My main laptop that I use has completely shut down. It is in the hands of Geek Squad at Best Buy. And so anyway, just a lot of things happening. The reason why I'm kind of telling you this stuff is because, let me just tell you right up front, obstacles are here to signify how bad you want it. And let's let you know this. Whenever you are trying to move or shift something in your life, and right now we're talking about business, but just in general, whenever you're trying to move or shift something, obstacles are always going to come up. It's just how it goes. It's just how it works. But what that is that you're being tested, because before you can get to these things, you have to, God, basically, it's God, it's what it is. Okay. But he is testing to see, is she really ready for it? Is he really ready for it? Okay. And so these obstacles get in our way to really signify how bad do you want it? And so I just want to tell that little backstory to encourage you. Do not let that get in your way. Okay. And if you're dealing with any obstacles in life, at the beginning of this year, do not let that get in your way, guys. You keep moving, you keep pushing, you keep doing what you've got to do to make things happen for you. So with that being said, y'all, I'm pushing. Okay. And what that does for me, that just makes me want to push even harder. That's just it. So with that being said, I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind as we're going through this topic. All right. So how to conquer your to-do list and ensure you reach your 2018 goals. The first thing that I want you to do is that I need for you to answer the question, what are your non-negotiables? What are your non-negotiables? So before you can even think about a to-do list, you need to understand there are things this year that are non-negotiable. I'm not going to do, or, whatever the case is there. When you are trying to reach your end goals, y'all, there are some things that's just non-negotiable. I'm sorry. out of the picture, right? It is non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable time. It is non-negotiable relationships. Whatever that it is non-negotiable. Okay. And so let me get my notes here, y'all. And so for me this year, prime example of what a non-negotiable is, for me this year, it is only working 3 weeks out of the month. So I'm only going to work 3 weeks and I'm going to take a week off and no Fridays. That is non-negotiable. That's it. Right. And so, you know, you have to be clear on what those non-negotiables are. Maybe for you, it is, you know, only trying to basically shift yourself from working a 60-hour work week to a 40-hour work week. And then by June or July, you're working a 30-hour. But whatever the case is, you need to understand what your non-negotiables are. Forget the to-do list until you get this down. Okay. You can forget the to-do list. You are not going to conquer your to-do list if you do not have things set in place that says this is non-negotiable. Me getting off at 3 o'clock is non-negotiable. I'm not, you know, that's it. Right. Okay. I'm just looking at comments and stuff like that. Make sure we're okay. Hi, Nikisha. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. All right, you guys. First thing, ask yourself the question, what is your non-negotiables? I know you have them. And if you don't have them, you really need to be clear because we all have non-negotiables. We all have things that we're just saying, hey, I'm not doing this year. It is not happening. I'm not doing it this year. And if I am, I'm not going to do it like this, right? Those are your non-negotiables. Okay. Number 2, your to-do list should equal your end goal. Everything that you are doing on your to-do list should be equaling your end goal, right? And so with that being said, you need to ask yourself a question. Where do you want to be within the next 6 months? Okay. What do you see happening when June hits? What do you see happening with your childcare business? How many hours are you working? What have you put in place? If you're low in enrollment, how many children do you have? You know, if you're dealing with staffing issues, what kind of team do you have in place? If you're trying to get started, where are you going to be in June? Because when June hits, y'all, June or July, we're at the middle of the year and it comes quick. These years they fly fast, right? I mean, I can't believe this is 2018. Last year just went by just like that. CST will be 2 years old in March. It's gone by just like that, you guys. And here's the problem. When you don't have those end goals and those non-negotiables, what happens is the year just goes by and then here we are again. You're looking back, you're looking around and what did I do? What did I do this year? I didn't get where I wanted to be. I'm still working the same hours that I'm working. I'm still low in numbers, with children. I still feel burnt out. I'm still tired. My staffing is still not in place. This is what happens, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to picture where are you in June or July of this year, okay? So for me, basically what I like to do is y'all know, first of all, y'all, I'm going to use the word hustle, but y'all know I don't do that, right? I'm not about the hustle life. That's not what I'm about. I just don't get into that. Okay. I don't believe that we should have to hustle to have a successful business. Now, what I do understand is that there is a season of hustling, right? There is a season of hustling. There's a season where you do have to put in some work, y'all. We are in a reaping and sowing environment. And so, you're going to have to plant some seeds for anything to come up. You're going to have to invest. It's just not going to happen just sitting, and looking at it and thinking, and I'm just sitting back and I'm just, no, that's not going to happen like that. Now, we do have to put some work in. However, there's a season for that. Okay. Y'all that know me, y'all know the scripture is what I go by. There's a time and a season under heaven for everything. There's a season, but that is not the lifestyle that you want to have. So with that being said, what I like to do is my hustle season is in the winter months, right? When it's cold and snowing like it's been snowing, that's another obstacle I've been dealing with, y'all. Woo, I tell you, this snow has been unreal. And anyway, when it's snow and the weather, you know, the sun ain't shining and it's cold outside, I like to stay indoors and work, right? But when it turns warm, and we're talking about June and July, then I like to go and enjoy the outdoors. I like to go on vacation. I like to, you know, spend lazy days around the house doing nothing. So for me, my hustle season is always in the winter months. And then when the summertime hits, y'all, I'm out, you know, like I'm out of here, meaning that I'm doing things, right? That's just for me. So you're going to have to basically, you're going to have to understand, where do you want to be in June or July this year? Okay. So everything on your to-do list should equal what that is. Whatever you're thinking of right now in June or July. In fact, y'all give me some feedback. There's enough of y'all on here. Where do you want to be at in June and July in your childcare business or program? You know, what do you see? Let's just throw it out here. Let's just throw it out there. Whatever is in your vision. What do you see? Where are you in June or July? How many hours are you working? What money goals do you have? How many kids do you have enrolled? Let's have some conversation, y'all, because I just don't want to talk about this by myself. Okay. Rashawn says the goal is to let your money work hard for you, not you work hard for your money. Make money in your sleep while you're vacationing. Yes, exactly. That's it. That's automation. That's what automation does for you. And you're right, Rashawn. That's exactly how you do that. That's the end goal. And so, but yeah, as I'm talking, let me know what you guys is, where do you see yourself in? Let's see, what is July? July's the middle of the month. Let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, 6 months, June. Where do you see yourself in June of this year with your childcare business? How has it evolved? How have you grown as a director? How have you grown as an owner? If you're getting started, how far are you in the process? If you're trying to expand your program, when June hits, where are you? Feel free to give me some feedback, you guys, and let me know, that, and I'll come back to those in a few minutes. Okay. So everything on your to-do list should equal your end goal. So if Rashawn, I'm going to go off with what Rashawn said. That's a tongue twister. Say it 3-4 times. She's saying that not working hard for her money, making the money in your sleep while you are vacationing on the beach. So when we look at an end goal like that, then everything on your to-do list should equal to that, right? And Rashawn says that her plans is to have 3 new kids with 2 assistants. I love it. I love it, Rashawn. So with that being said, then everything that you're working on your to-do list needs to equal the 3 kids and the 2 assistants, like everything that you're doing, right? A lot of your energies need to be spent into making that happen. Here's what a lot of people forget to do is that they will say, I have plans to do X, Y, and Z in June or July of this year, or whatever. But they actually forget to plan for that. They'll say they have plans or my goals are, but they forget that if that's what you want to do, now is the time to start working on that right now. And everything on your to-do list, if you're going to conquer your goals, have to equal that. There's no way that it's going to happen without you planning for that and putting things in place and strategizing and doing all those things that you need to do to make that happen. But see, a lot of people kind of forget that, right? And so what they do is that they get all caught up in the day-to-day operations that, they don't plan, they don't work on those goals, which is working on your business. And then when June or July comes, they're still in their programs. They say they want to be on the beach vacationing, or, they want to take a week off or whatever. And it just doesn't work out that way. Okay. I am a believer, you guys, that if you plan something and you strategize and you put the right things in place, I believe that you can have anything that you want out of life. I believe that. Why do I believe that? Because that's it. It happened to me. Okay. And I just believe that with all my heart. but you have to do the planning part, and everything has to be strategic, and it has to equal your end goal. So like I've said in the past, I always use this as an example, doing circle time, if you're a center base, getting in the classrooms and doing circle time is not going to equal to your end goal of having staff that can be there without you, right? That's not going to happen. What you should be doing is, instead of you doing the circle time because the teacher can't get it down, you need to be showing her how to do the circle time. You need to be clear as to how you want that done, right? Because it's not going to happen if you're down on the floor with the kids. It's just not going to happen, y'all, right? Thank you so much. And so with that being said, you as the owner, as the CEO, as this is your vision, this is you're building this business here, you have to be able to have that time to work on your business and on those end goals, right? Hi, Deidre. Happy New Year. I don't think I've seen you this year. Happy New Year. Okay, y'all. Now, when everything on your to-do list that you're working on, and let me just say this to y'all. I know that there's other things you have to do. However, the focus, and this is where everybody gets overwhelmed, is that there is so much to do, but because there is so much to do, you lose focus. Because then what that is, you're getting trapped into it, right? You're getting sucked into that business. Okay. Rashawn says, I agree. She says, I am tired of doing circle time. I'm ready to hand it over to someone else to get down there. I love it, Rashawn. I love it. And it's not to say that we don't like our jobs. It's not to say that. But if we're honest, I know that a lot of you guys in the CST community, you're trying to build and grow something. And I think I did a post or Monday, I think, where I was talking about how, these multimillionaires, if you look at them, like Oprah, for instance, like, do you see Oprah in her office doing paperwork? Do you see, I think it's Jim Walton, I think his name is, anyway, the man that's the CEO of Walmart. Do you see him at your local Walmart and he is stocking the shelves? Okay. We don't see that with people that grow an empire of a business, that has a business that they enjoy. We don't see that happening. Do we see Mark Zuckerberg on here on our Facebook Live right now, monitoring to make sure that we're following the Facebook guidelines with go lives and our posts? No. These people hire somebody else to do that kind of stuff, right? These people hire other people to handle, that busy work, and they work on the growth of where they want to be at. Okay. So, yes, I mean, you have to, you're going to have to get some help. And I know that's what I've been preaching on, the last few weeks of this month. And that's been my theme. That is my theme. If you're going to try to get somewhere, you're going to have to get the help, right? All right. And we're going to get deeper into this next week. What this is called, you guys, is called prioritizing and getting stuff done. That's just it. When your to-do list equals your end goals, that is called prioritizing and just getting it done. Okay. Because if what's on your to-do list, if it does not equal whatever you want, things look like in June, July, you're not prioritizing most likely. And I know you ain't getting it done. It's just not happening. All right. Number 3. So the next question I want you to ask yourself is, what needs to happen to allow you to work on these things and not the busy work aspect of your business? Okay. If you really want to do this, y'all, differently this year than last year, you really want to be in control, you really want to expand, you want to be able to have that work-life balance, you want to be able to take off on Fridays, or, if you're a family childcare home, you want to be able to get that sub program in and maybe get a substitute so that whatever you want to do, you can still remain to stay open. And then you go and go shopping a day, or go get your nails done for us ladies, or you men go do what y'all like to do. I don't know, look at sports, or I don't know. But you got to think about what needs to happen for that to happen. Okay. So I'm gonna let you know right up front, just what I've learned in business and just in reaching my goals and all that stuff. Let me just tell you guys, this is very, very easy. So anytime you are trying to grow and evolve yourself, you will always need two things, okay? You're going to need people and you're going to need things, okay? People are prime example. So for those of you that are trying to, get your work-life balance down, you're trying to leave early, you're trying not to be working all day long and that kind of thing. For family childcare providers, you're trying to maybe have a couple of days off in a month, or maybe have your Fridays off or whatever. That's going to require other people to help you with that. Okay. So anytime that you try to grow and evolve something, you're going to need people and things. Things would be, so when we talk about automation, things would be some systems in place, some software systems. So I know I've been dealing with those in my mastermind program on their accounting and budgeting. And so a lot of people don't have software. They don't even have software for their accounting and budgeting. So that is an example of, things that you're going to put in place. Things could also mean just systems, just some step-by-step processes, right? Just doing things differently. And, basically just the automation pieces of it, right? So for you that are watching, they're like, well, what is she talking about automation? So automation basically is putting systems and processes in place using technical things, technical softwares and things like that, or people, basically so that it allows your business, your childcare program, to not have to solely rely on you to run. It relies on automation pieces. And so, but once again, there's two things you're going to need. You're going to need people and you're going to need things. So I want you to think about, as I ask you the question, what do you need? What needs to happen to allow you to reach your end goals? I want you to think about people. What kind of people do you need in place? Okay. Maybe it's for you family childcare providers. It might just be that you need some office help. Maybe somebody that, come in and help you with some of your paperwork aspect of it. So you don't have to do that when the kids leave. And then here you are, you're going to your desk or wherever you sit at, and you're trying to get caught up on paperwork. And let me just say this, y'all. I see stuff all the time on social media where people are, and owners, okay, where they're taking pictures of their work and they're talking about, my kids just left, getting ready to put in 3 hours on this. They got their coffee, and it's almost like they are, what am I trying to say? It's like they're glorifying that. But I'm here to tell you that that's not cute. Okay. It's just not. Working after hours, there's nothing cute about that at all. Because all that is, that's a burnt out model. That is a childcare business model that's going to burn you out, right? Now, like I said, there's a hustle season. There's times where we are going to have to work late. There's those times, but to do that all the time, that's a burnt out model. You don't want to do that. I know I don't want to be working after hours. I don't. I've had to be doing that now because it's been snow days. Nova's been home. And so I've been kind of almost working second shift. But that's just because of circumstance, just things that's happened out of my control. However, that's not my business model. I don't work after hours, right? I'm not doing that. That's time for me to spend with my family and to rejuvenate myself so I can hit the reset button. A lot of you guys you're not even able to hit the reset button because when the kids leave, you're working on paperwork. You got to get your food program data entry in. You're working on meal plans. You're doing lesson plans for tomorrow or whatever. Where's your reset button at? When do you have time to hit reset? Right? Okay. So people and things. I want you to think about that. Now, also what you need to be thinking about too, because when you really set these things down, and for those of you that are watching, you're watching me live, take notes. If you're not taking notes or whatever, the beauty about live is that it gets recorded. You can go back and rewatch this. So for those of you that are watching the replay, I want you to write these 3 things down, okay? And I want you to ask yourself these questions. This is going to help you be able to really set your end goals so that you can, by June or July, reach those. Let me say this too. Do not try to think about the end of the year as an end goal. I mean, you do want to think about that, but what I want you to do is I want you to I want you to get the first 6 months down, because usually, let me tell you, this popped in my head, but it's true. What happens is that when June or July comes, the summertime hits, a lot of us get where we just kind of like, man, we just want to like lay back, go to the beach or the park or outdoor stuff. You want to pick up your kids early and y'all, whatever. Then after that season, what comes next? Well, the holidays start coming in. Then we still feel the same way, because then the weather starts changing and we start to get into that where we want to hibernate mode, because, it's just that time of the year, and then you're busy with the holidays. So the first 6 months of the year is really crucial to get things done, because that's when we have the most energy. And so what I want you to do, what I need from you is I need for you to set your goals, but I want you to set them. I want you to do it for the first 6 months. And then once that's over, then the next 6 months, then you can set goals there. And you can actually do those goals where it kind of evolves around the holiday season. So, you don't want to have a lot of goals going on the last part of the year, because once again, it just gets too busy. Okay. And then you get where, we all kind of start to get lazy. So, 3 things. Question. These are your 3 questions I need for you to answer. What are your non-negotiables? Okay. What are you basically taking a stand this year and saying this is not going to happen anymore, right? Number 2, where do you want to be within the next 6 months? So when July hits, where do you want to be at in your childcare business? How do you want that to evolve? Number 3 is what needs to happen to allow you to work on these things and not on the busy work. Okay. What needs to happen? So you guys, listen, I was so excited to do this video today to get this go live. Like I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Y'all, right now, y'all can't see, but it is a hot mess in my office here. Like I said, I'm trying to redo everything. And I hope to be able to show you guys like a before and after once I kind of get things organized, just so you guys can kind of see behind the scenes. That's something I want to do this year with CST, is to do a little bit more behind the scenes stuff for you all. But it's been this month for me. I could probably have said, you know what, just forget it. But I'm not doing it, right? I'm just not going to do it, because when I want something, I go after of it, right? I get fierce and focused, and I go after of it. So with that being said, you guys, that is your homework. Now, I've got 3 things for you guys to answer those questions. Write it down. Feel free to leave those here in the comments. I will definitely reply back for those of you watching the replay. And so Rashawn says that 3, okay, I'm reading the comments. Hang on, y'all. Let me read comments. So she says 3 nights a week. At my night job, I lost my reset button. Wow. I work a second job and Rashawn, you don't have to work a second job. You really don't. And I would love to see you be able to not have to do that. If you're running a business, yes, you're in my coaching program, but if you're running a business, you should not have to work a second job. And so I don't want you to do that. Okay. So for you, Rashawn, your end goal needs to be, how can I get rid of this second job so I can have more time on my business, right? Okay. So the 3 things I need for you guys to answer those 3 questions I just asked you. Number 2 is I need for you to get excited and get ready, because next week, okay, I was supposed to do this Monday. Didn't happen. Snow days, you name it. So as long as we don't get any more snow and I don't have the little one here at the house with me, next Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be doing a 2-day live webinar training where we're going to dive deeper into this stuff, you guys, but it's only going to be happening inside of my Facebook group community. Okay. So with you all that are watching on YouTube, if you're not a part of my Facebook group community, you better hop on in there before Wednesday. And for those of you that are in the Facebook group community, just look out for the details. I am going to be giving you guys, as we get closer to it, reminders and stuff like that. Probably going to be creating an event in there. And so with that being said, I need for you to get ready for this, because y'all, we're going to dive deeper into it. I'm going to be giving you guys some resources, just some things that you're going to need to be able to do this stuff, right? And you guys know that when I do my webinar trainings, I always over deliver. You're going to get a lot of value out of it, you all. And for those of you that don't, maybe you've never seen a webinar training. So basically what I do is I will come in the group and I share my screen, and I have an amazing PowerPoint presentation, you know, and there's a lot of just good value stuff that you're going to get. It's a class. It's a free class, you guys, with stuff that I'm telling you, actionable stuff that you're going to be able to take with you. And it's more than what you're getting here. So once again, second thing, I need for you to get over in that Facebook group. If you're not already in there, what I will do is I'm going to leave the link to the Facebook group in the comments below. If you're on YouTube, it'll be in the description box. If you're watching this replay, comments below. And then the third thing that I need for you to do is I need for you to implement. Okay, if you've got to watch this several times, get you some time away to yourself. You know, get yourself in a little cozy corner. I don't know, whatever you like, get you some tea, get you some coffee, get you some hot apple cider, get you some Kool-Aid, whatever that you need to do. And I want you to implement this. Okay. I want you to set your end goals for the next 6 months. I want you to think about your non-negotiables. Okay. And I want you to answer the question, what needs to happen to allow you to work on these things so that you're not doing busy work. And then I want you to go and start writing out your to-do list, because that's how you're going to conquer it. Because then everything on your to-do list is going to equal your end goal. All right, you guys, listen, I am so excited to be back in the swing of things. I'm just excited for the new year that's ahead for you all. I'm excited. There's a lot of things for CST going on. I'm just excited. So with that being said, you guys, I am going to go ahead and end this video. Once again, be sure that you like and give me some hearts and love. Share this video to other owners and directors and family childcare home providers that you know, people trying to get started. Be sure that you do that. I will be doing my go lives every Wednesday around 1 o'clock, give or take, you know, just depending on if I have something crazy going on. And so I will be doing these every Wednesday here on my Facebook business page. And then once a month, inside of my free private Facebook group community is where I'm going to be doing those live webinars. So thank you so much for joining. Rashawn says, I add it to my playlist on my YouTube account. I listen over and over again while I'm working. Awesome, Rashawn. I am so glad to have you as a loyal subscriber. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. If you're watching the replay, you have any questions, comments, be sure to leave those below. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Actually, I won't be live next Wednesday here because I'm going to be in my private Facebook group giving off the webinar training. So once again, if you're not in there, you better get in there, okay? All right, you guys, listen, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. And as always, I am sending you my prayers of encouragement and success your way for your childcare business goals. Y'all, you've got this. You can do this. It can happen. I want you to get fierce and focused. I want you to be hungry like a lion. And I want you to say whatever your goals are this year, I want you to say, they're mine and I'm coming for them. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'll see you next time around. And y'all have a great rest of your afternoon.